Hello, today is the first day of PKP or our MCO2, which means that only 6 sectors are allowed to operate, the rest are not allowed, which means like traveling is not allowed, meaning that my profession is have to stop for a while. I have to think about other innovative ways to reactivate the tourism. But it's a good challenge because since we are faced with this kind of situation, the health and safety of our populations and the world populations is more important than doing any business. So this morning I have to go and take my COVID test. And the nurse, I went to HUKM because that's what my doctor advised me to do, since I am admitting myself into that hospital for some checkup next week. The nurses are so patient, and also they are so friendly. For those who need COVID tests, if you really need to go to one, I would recommend you go to HUKM because they also have a portion of the funds are given to the public who are going there for treatment. I tell you, they have wonderful services there. Something that I really admire because my mother is there for the past 20 years. And they really take good care of her, despite that her Bahasa Malaysia or the Malaysian language is not so fluent. They are very, very, very patient. Okay, that is under the government. One thing I must really salute them for, and I'm always thankful to have them. Okay, now I will continue with the last portion of this book, Ultimate Energy. Is actually not too long. I only need to read about less than 7 pages. So I will also go with the conclusion, which is another 3-4 pages. So to close off this chapter that in this book called Ultimate Energy, and then I'll look for another book to read together with you. So chapter 9 is rest and relaxation, the importance of downtime to create more uptime. I thought downtime is only for those downloading of things or missionary. I guess we also must have downtime. No book about energy will be complete without looking at the need for rest and relaxation to restore your energy and create balance. Good rest and relaxation are my last prescription for good core energy, the kind that enables you to enjoy work, rest, and play, gives you balance in your life and in your body, and nature the spirit. A good night's sleep. I'm sorry to say some can't really sleep very well. I sleep well, and also I have very good dreams. Some dreams even make me exercise. So I guess I always say that if the exercise can work for me during my sleep, in my dream, I will be double blessed. Let's see. First and foremost, every day you need to make sure that you get enough quality sleep for you. You say enough quality sleep. It's not just 8 hours and then you come out very tired. So if you only need 4 hours or 5 hours of deep sleep, that will be more powerful than a full 8 hours sleep, so I don't know, this is very individual. For me, sometimes I get around 6 hours, and then I use this band to check my deep sleep hour. On the average is about 1 hour to 1.5 hours. That is good enough. And also because I do meditation, so meditation also give me a very kind of nice rest, even for 10-15 minutes. That is also very good. Adults need 8 hours a night on average, but some people need more and some less. Some people find that having too much sleep is a de-energizer, making them feel tired and even groggy. For others, not having enough sleep affect their energy, concentration, humor, and health. You will be the best judge of what is right for you. Like I mentioned just now, is what is right for you. A sign of a good night's sleep is that you wake feeling refreshed. During your sleep, your body repairs and rejuvenates itself. The liver detoxifies and cleanses, and your mind reinforces your learning and your memory. From some research that I read, or even from YouTube, the best time to sleep is by 10:30. That's where your body start to repair until 3 a.m. So you either sleep within that time, or I don't know. You can give it a try if you are not having enough sleep. Okay, stick to that rules. To ensure that you get a good night's sleep, here are some tips. 1. As often as possible, go to bed before 11. Here it's mentioned. After this time, your liver is working hard, and if you are awake, you won't be doing a good job of detoxing your body. This can be why many people feel sluggish in the morning. 2. Avoid eating heavy meals just before going to bed, as the digestive process can get in the way of restfulness. Number 3, have a consistent sleep-wake schedule. Where possible, have a set time for going to sleep and waking up. The way your body isn't constantly playing catch up with itself. 4, reduce stimulant, especially coffee, other caffeinated drink, alcohol, and cigarette. A small amount of alcohol has a stimulant effect, and a large amount has a depressant effect that will disrupt your sleep. Limit your exposure to light at night. It is, if necessary, get yourself some blackout curtains. Yeah, I also went to mentor who teach meditation. She said even though we are closing our eyes and we sleep, with the lights turned on due to the thinness of our eyelids, the light still can penetrate through. So if you are having a littered room to sleep in, your brain is still functioning. This could be one of the reasons why you are feeling tired the next day, because your body is not fully rested. So if you are you have the need to switch on the light, then you might want to consider using the eye bag, the one that they call it the eye bag, right? Use that one. That is very good. 5, limit your exposure to light at night. If necessary, get yourself okay, that one I said. 6, keep your bedroom free of clutter and anything work related. It should be a calm environment for rest. For this I am okay, because I when I sleep, I really sleep, so it is still very individual. Yeah. 7, reduce your exposure to electromagnetic fields, which she mentioned earlier on about having your TV, your iPod, your phone, and all chargers from your bedroom, because the electromagnetic fields will interrupt your sleep, because it go with frequency, right? According to Anne Louise Gittelman in her book Zap, your energy of exposure to electronic magnetic fields mean more to your health overall, not just your sleep, than its actual strength. If you have an average of 8 hours sleep a night, this gives you 2,920 hours exposure a year alone. Wow, that's big. I've been trying to put all my I don't like to use the word try. Okay. I have started to put all my handphones and gadgets out of my bedroom when I sleep for the past few days since I read her book. So I'm testing out. It does feel good. Maybe I have to test it longer to find out the actual impact. She cited chronic fatigue as one of the many health problems attributed to the exposure of EMF. Electronic magnetic field is EMF. 8. As exercise acts as a stimulant, make sure you finish exercising at least a couple of hours before you go to bed. 9. Enjoy a cup of chamomile tea prior to retiring for the night. Just a small cup, yeah. Don't gulp the whole big mug into it. We like to put into a mug, you know. Then light reading before bed is good way to prepare for sleep, but avoid newspaper and work-related material. Yeah, avoid things that makes you think a lot. Then your brain will be super busy. 11. Avoid stressful activities before bed, including discussing emotional issue. 12. If you tend to take your problems to bed, write them down before you sleep and then put them aside so you can more easily let go of the day. 13. Listen to hypnotherapy CD or other relaxing CD to ease your mind. 14. Do EFT beforehand to prepare your mind for rest. Okay. See Appendix 1. EFT. Where is Appendix 1? Wait, 1 second. Emotional freedom technique, EFT. Taking breaks. It is important to take breaks throughout your working day too, especially if your work is very intense. Ideally, you should have regular complete breaks from your work by going out into the open air, or if not possible, at least get away from your desk or from what you are doing. For example, when I'm doing a lot of writing, I will stop and do a bit of filing or call a client, or have a cup of liquorized tea, or preferably take the dog for a walk down the country lane near where I live and where I can enjoy looking at the countryside. If I'm not running a training course, I will need some quiet time to myself for 10 minutes because training is all about giving out and is a good way of staying fresh throughout the day. Using meditation, mindfulness, and self-hypnosis. The benefits of meditation and mindfulness are becoming increasingly well known. She already covered that in chapter 7. If you want to know more about it, you can listen on chapter 7 where I read that chapter out to you. But it's worth including here as part of your rest and relaxation strategy. Self-hypnosis has similar benefits. All these techniques are relaxing. Mindfulness, as we have seen, is a wonderful technique to calm you no matter where you are or what you are doing. It requires you to focus on the present moment uncritically. Often with my very stressed client, I will start a session with just 2 minutes of mindfulness, focusing on the breath. 2 minutes make a huge difference to their stress level and energy, and is easy to do at any time. Mindfulness is a non-doing, a way of being in the moment and present. The technique lets you acknowledge thoughts rather than suppressing them and bring a calm energy to whatever you are doing. You can even clean the house mindfully, cook a meal mindfully, walk mindfully, and take a shower mindfully. Meditation. The more formal practice of mindfulness has benefit for relaxation that are just as good as mindfulness, although some meditation practices require non-thinking, which is also challenging. A meditation is usually done at a particular time of the day and often use an object to focus on, such as a sound or a candle. CDs for guided meditation are available if you prefer to have someone lead you through the process. I follow Sadhguru, which is on Tricia Kriya. It's just 12 to 15 minutes. It's good enough. Self-hypnosis, like mindfulness and meditation, helps to calm nervous energy that can be so exhausting and stressful, and instead increases core energy. That sustainable energy that helps you handle stress and challenges of life more easily. I teach many of my clients a system called an inside job, a cross between self-hypnosis, meditation, and mindfulness. It's a great way to instill a calm, resourceful energy as well as emotional resilience. It can also help you create a blueprint for how you want to be in particular situations, as well as with internal conflict depending on how you focus your practices. Balancing your life load. If you lead a very busy life, even if you are busy doing things you enjoy, your life load may be affecting your energy. So to make sure you have all still peaceful time just to be. We spend too much time as a human doings rather than human beings. The choices we have for rest and relaxation are endless. We just have to choose what suits us. Here are some examples of how some of my clients like to relax. Sandy, she will choose a favorite way of relaxing is reading a book in a garden with peppermint tea. Jim prefer to spend the day out with the sun for a bike ride by the river. Jude likes to have a massage once a week. We cannot do that now, at least for two weeks. Kevin's favorite way to shut out the world and his worries is to have a swim and a sauna early in the morning before people wake. This also we cannot do now. Jane loves nothing better than a walk in the rain. This will be cool. Her husband Carl prefer jogging as a way of getting away from all and releasing a stress from his day. This can be done. Lisa enjoy a weekly aromatherapy massage. Also cannot do. Sophie alternates Reiki and reflexology to rebalance her energy. This can be done. James loves his weekly Tai Chi sessions. This also can be done. Many of the things that she shared can be done through virtual now. We have a very high-tech virtual way of teaching people through some of the methods. You can Google it out. It can be anywhere around the world because while you are relaxing, people on the other part of the world is working. So you might want to join their virtual class. Then you have a closer bonding also. You see, even without going out, you are meeting more people. Take this opportunity to build your friendship with them, and be careful too. Okay, everybody's preferred way of relaxing is different. It is important to find what works for you and to have the right balance of relaxing activities. You will know if the balance is right if your energy is stable and you feel resourceful and resilient even in times of challenge. Good quality rest will not only affect your energy but also your mood and your health. It also makes you much easier to be around. Do you know anyone who is on the go all the time and never has any downtime? How fun are they? They tend to be very techy, intense and exhausting to be with. Laughter as medicine. One of the most fun ways of increasing your energy and relaxing is to engage in activities that make you laugh. In his book Anatomy of an Illness, Norman Cousins described how he suffered from a serious illness as well as adrenal exhaustion. He was concerned that medication he was on, though it helped manage his physical symptoms, was having a toxic effect on his body, which manifested itself in hives. He put himself on a diet of candy camera and Marx Brothers films and laughed his way out of a crippling disease his doctor thought was irreversible. What a lovely way to be healthy and energized. Okay, time to reflect. She only gave 3, so it's very easy for me to read it out for you. 1, do you have enough rest and relaxation in your life? 2, what are your favorite way to relax? For me, it's coloring. I do coloring and I play games. And I have a short chit chat with my daughter, about half an hour. That is really relaxing, even though sometimes she throw certain questions at me. But being with your loved one is most relaxing for me. So I hope you choose something that you can have. 3, how can you introduce more of this into your week? I practice it every night. Okay. Conclusion. We are at the final chapter, like I mentioned earlier, so we are at the conclusion. You are meant to live life full of energy. But in this 21st century life, we have so many demands and expectations that many of us are running on empty. So this pandemic does give quite a number of people a reason to reflect. In this book, I have shared with you tools and techniques to help you feel energized so you can enjoy life more fully and completely. They will help you feel more motivated too, as fatigue fuels apathy. Energy also makes you feel more invincible and more resilient. The lows in life don't seem so low, and the highs last longer. You will have more humor to get you through the tough time and enjoy the good times more fully. You will be more able to turn adversity into opportunity. Select 3 techniques from this book that you think will make the biggest difference to you. Be aware that sometimes we feel resistant to what we need rather than what we want. So reflect on your reaction to each option and be curious about it. Ask what the reaction is about. Then work your chosen techniques until they become habits. The work of Maxwell Maltz revealed that a habit takes at least 21 days to become ingrained. I agree to disagree. It doesn't work for me. 21 days doesn't work. I have to take longer than that. And my daughter research told she have research on this, and she said it's anything like oh yeah, I think Tricia mentioned it in this chapter, one of the chapter, that it takes 10,000 hours. I must go back and check it out again. But obviously 21 days doesn't work for me. He was a plastic surgeon whose patient took 21 days to get used to their new face or to stop feeling their phantom limb after it's removed. He observed within himself that it took him 21 days to form a new habit he wanted to cultivate. A study by Philippa Lilly, a health psychology research at University College London, suggests it takes even longer, average of 66 days depending on the complexity of the habit and the person and the circumstances. In her research, the range was between 18 and 254 days. This one is more to my kind of habit building. While it is clear that everyone is different, you'll get the result you want if you are persistent. If you are consistent, you'll keep the results you want. That's the simple truth of it. There are no shortcuts. You are in charge of you. You get to make all the decisions about how you want your life to be, the director of your own life story. To help you with your decision, let me share with you my 5 principles of change shown below here. The 5 principles of change. 1. You have one life. You only live once. You can either fulfill your goals or live in regrets. 2. You have free will and responsibility. You are not hostage to your desire. You have power of choice. 3. The most important thing you ever do is decide what's important. How true? It is your long-term goal or satisfying this short-term desire. 4. All choices have consequences. Be honest with yourself about the consequences of your choices before making your decision. 5. You are either moving towards or away from your goals. Do you want to see yourself back or move yourself forward? Another truth is that you are human. You are bound to slip from time to time. That's okay. You just need to get back on track. Remember that new habits are a process. Put in the work and you'll get the results. If you are serious about change, treat your body like a bank account. You are constantly making deposits and withdrawals. For consistent energy, you need to make more deposits than withdrawals so that you have enough to draw on when going gets tough. And when you want to enjoy life to the full, you have the energy for that too. Louise Hay, one of the first people to write about connection between mind and body and the emotional causes of physical illness, identifies fatigue as resistant boredom, lack of love for what one does. Finding your enthusiasm for life in whatever way works for you can be enough to transform your energy. In my experience of working with clients, it is a significant factor but not the only one. It is a complex picture and there is no one size fits all approaches. This book will help you identify what might work for you. If you are in any doubt at all, to see a specialist. Life too important to sleepwalk your way through it, don't you think? Yes, she is so right. The 5 pillars and the 5 foundations. My work is based on 5 pillars, which are the psychological, emotional, physical, lifestyle, and spiritual aspect of life as shown in the chart. Here, yeah. I hope you can see. Psychological is thought, your behavioral response to stress. Emotional, feelings, your emotional response to stress. Physical, nutrients and biochemistry, your physical response to stress. Lifestyle, life load, how your lifestyle contributes to stress. Spiritual, purpose and meaning, your ability to transcend negative stress. This in turn gives you the 5 foundation: clarity, skill, confidence, health, and finally energy. While energy is the one of the foundation, it is really a function of the 5 pillars. By managing yourself, balancing all areas of your life, taking care of and responding to your body needs, and making sure you have a sense of purpose, you can expect to enjoy sustainable energy, a calm energy, a positive energy that enriches your life. There are other benefits to this. You will be less stressed, easier to be around, more productive, and you won't take yourself so seriously. As someone once said, life is too important to take it seriously. We tend to make the small things the big things, and overlook what really matters. This used to be me. I'm a drama queen. Now I take myself more lightly and look into seriousness of the thing constructively ever since I start self-coaching and when I started coaching. Don't let your burnout lead to your breakdown. Take steps now to build sustainable energy so you feel more motivated, more invincible, easily navigating any low points with the energy and mindset to enjoy the good times. As a final fun tip, if you suffer from driver's fatigue or need a quick boost, there is one thing that is great for keeping you awake: singing, my favorite. Try it, it's fun, especially if you're singing along to something upbeat. It might get you a few strange looks, but it's a great energizer and lifts your mood like nothing else. So put on the radio when you drive. So we are at the end of the book. So I hope you get something out of it. Even if 1% of it, I am thankful that you take the time to watch my video when I read this from the chapter 1 until the conclusions. And hope you can also help somebody else to realize how to energize themselves. Thank you. I'll look for another book and share with you. So I'm taking my 2 days off from reading a book, unless I find something very interesting, because I have a library of books. So till then, for Malaysians, stay safe and always stay energized. Thank you.